a sense of capital.
Aloha, lads and gents. Welcome back to a new episode
Aloha,
of
lads
and gents. Welcome back to a new episode of A Sense of Insights Time.
Guys,
A sense of capital. That's actually the case. Guys, please quickly let me know if
maybe I check it by myself.
if the sound is working or not. I hope
However, guys,
there are not any
you already
issues.
might
Maybe I
feel
check it
or
by
not,
myself.
But this is quite a spontaneous one.
However, guys, you already might feel it or not, but this is quite a spontaneous one. I'm currently very busy and actually drove through whole Germany today. Okay, Germany is not that big like the home country of the company we'll talk about today, HIMS and HERS out of US. However, it was quite a crazy ride, and yeah, so I'm actually in general happy that I could make it happen, and I hope again that it's working. Maybe you give me just a quick moment, and I check by myself if the sound is working or not. Okay, I think now it should work. The sound was double, but now it should be single displayed. Hopefully it's working out right. Let me check it one more time. Okay, looks good. Shit. Okay, guys, one more time. Aloha, lads and gents. Welcome back to a new episode of A Sense of Capital live earnings. There we go, guys. Now finally everything should be in line. Your host of today is Julian, as always, and I'm very glad to have you in again one more time. Very busy day today, and but I don't want to miss to have this call today to back this live earnings of the quarter for me at least. And yes, we are of course talking about HIMS and HERS earnings results. Today, all the briefing, the introduction work, I will keep it quite short. There are several reasons for it. One, because of my busyness. Another one is because I covered a lot of news and all of this kind of stuff in the past stock news sessions, even though I skipped them in the past 3 weeks. I will start to reaccelerate those episodes, so stay tuned. However, I covered a lot of the news during those episodes. And another thing is, I think HIMS and HERS getting that popular and that famous and that well known that it's not that necessary anymore to start really by the fundamentals, let's say it like this, and really go through all the details. Hi, Travel Boss. Thank you very much for the rocket, for the fire. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's do it today. Quick and dirty, like you can see it in the description of the stream. Very low level prepared. However, I'm so glad to be live again. And yeah, let's not waste too much time. But before I jump very briefly into the introduction of HIMS and HERS, quick disclaimer, as always, in the upcoming minutes, this will not financial advice, consultation, or anything like this. And of course, there's no guarantee for the correctness of the provided data, so that's just entertainment. Make sure you always do your own research and make your own investment decisions, that at the end, it's your life, your money, and yeah, your destiny. Let's say it like this. Okay, guys, what is HIMS and HERS? I think nothing too new over here. Let me check if it's working. Browser share. One more time. There we go. Looks good for me. As I already mentioned it, not too much information about the past. I want to really set the focus at this session into the future. But however, just a few words. HIMS and HERS, US-based company, I think roughly 6 billion market cap or enterprise value. I think listed and publicly tradable since roughly Corona pandemic time, something like 2 or 3 years. Quite a volatile stock. And what is HIMS and HERS doing actually? So it's a digital doctor shop who's providing prescriptions, a digital pharmacy, so you can utilize those prescriptions, and of course producer, manufacturer and wholesaler of medicaments, so of healthcare products, especially for categories where in public you would not talk about this kind of products that much with your family or friends, because maybe you are a little bit ashamed of your disease or whatsoever, even though actually, guys, we're living in the 21st century, so it's very reasonable to talk about everything, about money, about stocks, about HIMS and HERS, and of course about disease. Yeah, no reason to be ashamed, but of course I can relate to it. Always easy to judge about it by distance. So what kind of medicaments we talk about today? So we have here this HIMS website, so you need to know that HIMS and HERS, that's the reason why it's called like this, is separated in two directions, male and female product categories. We're talking about products like weight loss, sex, ED, erectional dysfunction, hair products, skin, mental health products, and even customized, personalized blends of different kind of stuff like ED, so erectional dysfunctionality products, combined with products which lower your blood pressure, for instance. Yeah, so this is the stuff which is getting produced through the platform of HIMS, through the HIMS category, and we have as well a HERS website, forhers.com. Not doing any promotion or related to HIMS and HERS, don't get any commission. Yeah, that's a provision, or is it provision? However, you can see here quite similar products: weight loss, mental health, hair growth, and even further ones. So actually a bunch of, even you can see different form factors like in pills, gummies or gums. Yeah, even some sex toys getting provided through this website, but really the like OMG rings, you can see it here, just a quick glance on it. Never used it, guys. Who knows? You never say no, but it's not planned yet, it's not on the roadmap, but yeah. However, let's keep it or stick it, let it leave like it is. Okay, but however, major income sources for sure: weight loss, mental health, hair growth, when we talk about the HERS products. Guys, we could focus, and I already mentioned it at the beginning, a lot about news, what happened during this calendar year so far, a lot of action. What I want to point out, that several new hirings took place, and we talk really about high quality staff members joined to the management board, like Christopher Payne, former C-level manager for DoorDash, for instance, very international focused, aggressive expansion is in his DNA, I guess. Then Anja Manuel, who is active in more on the political lobby side and in the consultation space, and focus on international relationships. So one more time, international. So maybe there is a focus in the future on it to expand to foreign markets outside of the US, because HIMS and HERS is providing their products and their services just in the US, just for products without any insurance support, at least through their website, which makes it simple at the end, actually, and many people in the US are not covered by insurance. Then we have another hiring process by Kari Scholz, former Novo Nordisk manager. So really high quality, and Dr. Jessica Stafford, last but not least, for Chief Medical Officer of HERS. So let's see if there is a higher focus on HERS in the future. I think weight loss was already a door opener, even though weight loss is the newest product category. You can see it here. It was launched originally in December 2023 and as kits with different kind of pills, but as GLP-1, so injections, very efficient solutions. You know it very well, very likely. That this get launched end of May this year, and I think when you check out Reddit, for instance, where is more demand on the HIMS or the HERS side, it's for sure HERS. There's no question about it. So maybe GLP-1 weight loss products are for sure a door opener. And if you're interested how it's working, what are the stats, the outcome, really the effect on the customers of HIMS and HERS, for instance, check out the news here of end of October. You can see more numbers, KPIs, how much they lost after how much time, for instance. But yeah, it's working. But of course, HIMS and HERS just providing generic compounders. They are not the patent holders, and there's a lot of stuff what you can read about GLP-1 weight loss and all the stuff, but I don't want to really focus this. Yeah? I want to just make sure, look guys, we have internationalization in the future. We had great product launches like weight loss. There was so much focus, but I really don't want to share this focus during the stream. Honestly guys, I'm a little bit sick of it. I want to more set the focus on the mid and long-term perspective. Nice onboarding of high-quality staff members on management level, C-level guys and persons, and this is looking very, very great in my perspective. Yeah, and then maybe because the results can be live at any minute, it's already 4:10. 4:10 Central European time or 4:04 p.m. Eastern time, and now they are not live, but we will see. You can see aftermarket. It's not. Oh, it's closed yet. You can see it. Aftermarket it was 2% up before market closing, and aftermarket now it's 1% up. I think that's just noise. Numbers will be very likely not live. However, any minute it can be the case. Before we do it, I want to quickly share what I prepared for you. We will cover the key numbers, at least for me, which are the KPIs, really the key indicators which are essential for right now for the development stage of HIMS and HERS. We will cover them together, and I will give you my final verdict about how I rate them, negative, neutral, or positive. That looks better. We can combine the development of those numbers with numbers from the past quarters. This is what we all will do, but I assume it will not take too much time as soon as the numbers are out, and that's very irregular for me, but regularly I always finalize my introduction today, not today. As soon as the numbers are out, I will be 8% up. I guess the numbers are out, guys. You need to see this. I shared it. I shared quickly. I think Travel Boss is right. The rocket is already flying. Workshop Red is as well here. Hi, colleague. Very nice to see you again. 6% up. Let's see if they are really live or it's just some gambling from the market. We can see the documents, and at least on their website the numbers are not yet live, so it's just about a small amount of time. Till this point in time, guys, don't worry, I will check it. We will not miss anything. Yes, and of course, if you want, feel free to like and subscribe to YouTube and follow me on X and Instagram to not miss anything. However, that is my current position from end of last month, October. You can see it, 31st. Yeah, I don't see anything yet as well. Workshop Red, I think any minute, any moment it will take place, but we just need to stay patient. Who knows, again, how the market is gambling in. But for me it's important what the company is doing, not what the stock market is doing. Okay, Workshop Red, you mentioned it, the numbers are out, so I promised you we will go straight in it. And so far I can't see them. Let's check Seeking Alpha. I mean, on their website, as you can see here, the Q3 is still gray. HIMS and HERS, nothing yet here. And I always check as well investing in their section. But however, so I think real detailed documents of the earnings are not live yet. You need to stay a moment more patient. Under the news tab. Okay, let's go. Thank you very much for the signed workshop, Brett. Definitely. Okay, we got it. Whew. Whew. Okay. I mean, just setting the focus on revenue is already a very strong beat, and you can see it here, 70% year-over-year growth, Q3 2024 to Q3 2023. Crazy. Net income looks as well very strong, but give me a moment to enter it. I will enter it in a moment in the tool and share the tool with you, so that we really can see what is the relation to 1 year ago or 1 quarter ago, and we have this relationship, and then we can judge about it way better. However, that is what most important for me is. I didn't check the details, but it already starts with raises full year 2024 revenue guidance. And I mean, before the GLP-1 ban, shortage and whatsoever, I mean, this effect is not immediately active, as we all know. But of course, sooner or later it will have an effect. But before, it would be for me more about this quarter, revenue, top line, bottom line, growth results. But after the shortage news a few weeks ago, for me now more important is the outlook, the guidance. And it's amazing to see they're raising it. It's amazing to see that they're raising on both levels, top and bottom line. I will enter it because I already prepared it, but I can tell you on first glance, both are quite strong raises. And when we talk about the profitability, my perspective, even a stronger raise. Not wasting any time, we check quickly already the impact on the market, and doesn't look that strong. We can see, we will check out the details if something is in the bushes, you know, what we can't screen right now. But guys, really on the first glance, the first key numbers look really convincing. And I would say I start to copy them into the tool. So let's start with the 401.6 million US dollars revenue. Going back 401.6 should be right, I think. Looks good. Then we have, going back, 75.6 million. Wait, I mark it for you guys. Net income. I copy this as well. Seven, 5, 6. Okay, we got it in. All right. It's here. Look, I'm not perfectly prepared as I mentioned it. However, we make it happen. Hi, Lone Mover Man. One of the most loyal guys I think out there when we talk about a Sense of Capital YouTube channel. So highly appreciate you as well on board and backing as always all live streams pretty much. Amazing, man. Support. I can only send huge appreciation into your direction. However, so we entered already this. So far, so good. Everything looks so well, man. But we go on with it. So next, I want to check the weighted average shares outstanding. So at least we have a good feeling in terms of earnings per share. So we go back, check out for weighted. And here we are already. This is the number we are looking for. And so going back, Excel, enter the number. Wait. Oh, maybe it's okay. Okay, I guess I do it manually. Safety first. 260,670,133. Okay. If that's true, and if I'm not mistaken, that looks honestly huge. I mean, if that's really true, let me check if, I mean, we'll check it later out with Seeking Alpha and investing. Oh yeah, 32. Shit. Sorry for my French, but I mean, wait, I checked it at investing.com. My calculation seems not 100% accurate. I had 0.35, but look, it's 0.32. Look at this. I mean, not sure what is going on with aftermarket, not whatever, you know, that is not interesting for me. Check the numbers, set the focus and concentrate on the fundamentals, and that looks amazing. And this is what we can immediately give. I mean, we can immediately, yeah, EPS is insane, you're right, Workshop Red. We can immediately tickle the box, put it into green. I adjusted slightly, so my calculation was not 100% on point. Sorry for this, but I guess it was quite on point at least. And EPS is green, and it can't be more green. It can't be more green. Look at this strong beat. And I honestly, I expected something like, for me it would be fine if we would cover the forecast expectations of 0.1 US dollar, just because the jump from 0.04 to 0.1 is more than 100%. I would be so happy with this, but triple it, and I mean, it's multiplied with 8 when we compare it to the quarter ago. Yeah, of course, that is not fair. Most of the time you should compare it with the quarter 1 year ago to create an annual relation. However, strong. However, let's waste time. Let's go on with the revenue. And here I would be happy. You can see that 1 year ago the forecast was 220 million, and they achieved 226 million or 227 million. So for me it would be fine if they beat their guidance by 7 million, which would be 389 million US dollars. But they beat this one more time, about 12 million US dollars. I can imagine that for some out there, because of GLP-1 whatsoever, GLP-1, you know, as I mentioned, I'm a little bit tired of it. But I guess for some out there, they expect more. For me, that is absolutely fine. It's absolutely strong. It's absolutely crazy. Again, we're talking about 77.15% year-on-year revenue growth. So flawless for me, absolutely flawless. But Workshop Red is right. EPS is insane. Yeah, wording is on point. Insane. Can't state it differently. Okay, so now we go on and getting a little bit more into the details, but we already tickled the box. Top line growth and bottom line growth. So for me that looks fine. And now we go through this aspects. Yeah. Revenues already copied. Marketing, we check it out together. What is going on here? Let's go back to the news or to the report. Marketing expense, can we find it? Here it is. Looks good. 3 months. Yeah, okay. 120 million. Yeah, okay. 82. 182, 284. 182, 284. 184. And you need to know, they already mentioned in advance that in terms of marketing expense and in general margin, second half of this business year might be a little bit more challenging. And one more time, I see already the comment section is burning. Lone Mover Man and Workshop Red is very active. I will set the focus in a moment on it, but first I want to enter as well the subscribe account. So let's go back, head to the subscribe account. Is it just clean 2 million? No, I don't think so, huh? So here it is, 0.47 million. Okay. So sharing one more time. This 0.47. Okay, I mean that looks for me delicious. And the last number I want to add when we talk about the current achieved numbers is the personalized solutions share. So how many of the products are personalized, customized ones, because that is as well for me a sign of mode, of gap. and a very individual aspect HIMS is going for. So let's check it out. Personalized. Is there any number? Increased 40%. Yeah, it's still 40% if I'm not mistaken. These strong underlying trends continue as a system. Yeah, it's 40% if I'm not mistaken, which is okay. Let me check out if further documentations are live. Yes, are live. And let me go into this colorful document. Subscribers, we already had it. 1 million subscribers. 1 million. So okay, 1 million means, I mean, we're talking about 2 million overall. So we're talking about 50% personalized market share or product share of personalized products, if I'm not mistaken. So that looks amazing. A lot of input. We can't cover all of this today, but Outlook we will enter in the next step. Let's first go back, enter those 50%, which is again amazing. It's crazy how flawlessly and how well HIMS and HERS executing. And I'm sometimes, look, I'm an Alpha investor. Alpha will be on Thursday earnings call. I will back it as well, hopefully with a little bit more time for preparation work. But there I have huge and strong doubts, serious doubts about the management. In HIMS and HERS, it's completely different. Complete difference. It's just amazing if you can invest in a founder or co-founder owned and managed company, and where he's really is invested in it, yeah. So, and he's hiring more and more high quality staff members to the management. You can really feel the acceleration and how they execute. They really avoid doing wrong steps into the wrong direction. And I think that is one of the reasons why HIMS and HERS is that successful. I really think it's not just the principle whatsoever, but we can already start checking the numbers right now. And I mean, revenue, we already talked about it for sure. Green, no doubt about it. I mean, last quarter it was already year-on-year growth. You can't see it. I need to go a little bit more to the right direction. Now you can see it. Was roughly 52%, as you can see here, Q2 2024 year-on-year growth. Now we're talking about 77.2%. What is going on? No matter what kind of short reports have been launched in the past, yeah, no matter what kind of critics or whatsoever, and when I check out Seeking Alpha, what a bunch of users criticized different aspects which comes in hand with HIMS and HERS. 77.2% is nothing what you can ignore. For sure not. Sick. Just sick, man. Now we're going to the revenue growth. And yes, marketing growth. That's marketing, guys. As you can see here. And yes, honestly, guys, it grew as well very, very strongly. Compare 35% to now 57%. Yeah, 20%, 22% more. But you need to compare as well, or keep in mind as well, the revenue growth, which is so strong, and we need to compare as well, or consider that they mentioned they accelerate, and I like this. They are aggressive. They're investing in marketing. You know, they're investing in their subscriber base. So I think that is very, very strong. But we will see later on the details when we talk about revenue per subscriber. That gives us more insights about it. Let's leave it like this. But first, let's check out the subscriber count, the head count. And here, honestly, guys, that is not that crazy, because when we compare last quarter year-on-year growth, and it was already a very, very strong quarter, we should not forget it, yeah. But last quarter it was 43.4%. This time it's 43.5%, so just 0.1 percentage more. That's not a strong beat, don't want to lie about it, or what means speed, but strong acceleration compared to the last quarter. But however, let's say 44% year-on-year growth in terms of subscribers. And obviously they're making more money out of each of those subscribers. So they're doing upselling, cross-selling, but we will check this out in a moment as well. So however, that's the first aspect which is relevant for our final rating, and that's the subscriber count. And this is something what I definitely immediately count in green. Yeah, again, 43.5%, that is strong. But now we check out what is really going on with upselling, what is going on with cross-selling, even though the management in the last earnings call stated very proactively and aggressively and confidently, cross-selling is not the major target. If they want to do it, they would do it, but they mentioned for them more cross-selling has happened, like with this personalized goods. So they have these combinations, one pill, which has effect on several aspects of life of a patient. And that is more this cross-selling what they want to go for. And maybe that has, the outcome of it is that actually they not achieving that much revenue per subscriber, but the additional value for the customers is definitely more present. So, however, we saw it here, one more time. So this is revenue per subscriber, year-on-year growth. You can see it 5.9%. Last quarter, year-on-year, was already amazing because it was very flat about quarters and quarters, and there have been so many negative rumors and doubts about it. If HIMS and HERS can really create this flywheel effect, so investing in marketing and making sure to achieve more revenue per subscriber, achieving more subscribers, it creates kind of a very positive dynamic, and you can see it's doing it. I mean, obviously, if you sell weight loss products for $200 for instance, or even for $100 it's very likely more than the average price for a skincare product, yeah, or for an ED product per month, yeah. We need to be honest here, yeah. But still, 23.4%, amazing, yeah. Just my personal opinion, of course, guys, you know it, but truly amazing, yeah. So definitely can tickle this box as well. Double thumbs up. Now we're checking out really what is going on with the relationship between marketing and revenue. Marketing of revenue, can see it here. That's for me DKPI in this regard. And actually, guys, this doesn't look so great. Let me share this with you. And here we got it. This is the column or the box we need to focus. And last quarter, year on year, they had minus 5.7%. And more minus is better, yeah, in this regard. And this time they have 5.8%, not very low, but still, I mean, yeah, if we have all these other good numbers, it would be very sufficient and satisfying at other companies, but maybe not in this regard. So I'm not sure about this. I will very likely make a roundup episode about this when I consider as well the earnings call and what Andrew Dudum and his management board and CFO mate have communicated during the earnings call. I will do a roundup session very likely in the next days. Not 100% sure about it, but very likely. And then we will see if I left it like this. But for this, for me, is a neutral rating, the first one. But it's okay. And personalized solutions, come on, guys. I mean, you can see the history here. And it was stable on 20%, 20 and 20 in Q3 and Q2 2023. In Q1 there was no information about this announced and shared, but then it accelerated by 10%, 5%, one more time 5%, and now one more time 10%. So it's re-accelerating. And yes, maybe again weight loss has his impact on this, because I assume all weight loss products are, at least especially the kids, are stated as personalized ones, yeah. However, for sure green. So I mean, marketing flywheel, can you see it? Yeah, it looks good. That's the number one stated ones. So we have subscriber green and marketing revenue green, and marketing of revenue, guys, I'm more greenish than red when we talk about this neutral position. So overall for me, for sure green. Yeah, don't doubt about it. Now we check out the cross and upselling qualities. Already mentioned it. Revenue per subscriber, very strong with 23.4% year-on-year growth. So For sure, green as well. And then we have the personalized products, and mentioned it a moment ago, 50%, almost 50% of their products, 1 million subscribers using their products, which are personalized, which is amazing. So again, green. But now we check out the last perspective, and that is the future one. So we're talking about the full year guidance, what is going on there. Keep in mind, guys, they adjusted multiple times. Each quarter it was raised, always raised, revenue as well as profit-wise. And now we want to check out, I mean, that was the latest status, Q2 2024. We want to see what is now the status when we talk about this guidance. So already shared it on the side, but here it is. And we have it. And we can see it full year, 146.2 million, let's say it like this. Okay, let's enter this. Is it right? Oh man. 6.25. Okay, that looks good. 1,462.5 or 500,000 US dollars. That's the current number, or not an easy one, guys. Okay, however, checking quickly the adjusted EBITDA, we can see it here, full year. I mean, next quarter is interesting as well, but it looks crazy. Looks crazy. 90% year-on-year growth. Crazy. But however, we have here adjusted EBITDA, and we have the EBITDA margins. Those are the last numbers we will consider for our yearly outlook. So the midpoint of this is 175.5 million US dollars. Sick. And 12% margin. Sick. I mean, revenue, okay, is strong. No doubt about it, especially because it was already raised 2 times in the past quarters, as far as I remember. But especially adjusted EBITDA, they really starting to print money. It's crazy. I can't rate it different than green. And so overall, and that's the most important box when we talk about this full call here, green. Finito. Finito. Can't state it different. Can't state it different, guys. That's my plaidoyer of today. That's my verdict. Green, yeah? No neutral, no negative. Green. Let's check out one more time the current price, aftermarket price. Then we go through the comments of the YouTube stream, and then I check quickly some more details of the documentation, of the earnings documentation. Okay, aftermarket 6%. For me, it's a bit low. It's a little bit low, honestly. My opinion, it would not surprise me if tomorrow, let's say now in one day, yeah, so 5th of November at 4 p.m. Eastern time, would not wonder myself if it's 2-digit plus, 2-digit up, would not be surprised. But you never know. I mean, it's very regular that HIMS and HERS is aftermarket after the earnings results is negative. But I mean, they performed very well in the past and beat it already very strongly. But this time it's really a very, very, very strong beat, markedly strong. And you can see it's going up more and more, going up. Now let's see at the end of the session what will be the case. But look at this. It's a joy. It's a joy. It's eating like a nice slice of pizza or cake or whatsoever. What is your favorite dish? But however, let's stay focused and serious. And let's go further. So let me quickly check the comments over here. What have you mentioned, guys? Whoa, looking pretty good. GLP-1 has very minor effect on this, I think. Yeah, it would be amazing. Because honestly, when I still check, and we can do it together quickly. Oh. It's not working. I hope my Wi-Fi is still working, guys. Strongly hope at least it's working. But let me check Reddit. Weight loss HERS. That looks good. And now we can go on it. And as you can see here, is it? Oh, that's in general weight loss. Maybe we should add HIMS, weight loss HERS. And that's the HIMS section, what we got here. And when we go through the HIMS section, for instance, we can see the products or the questions to what it is addressed. And you can see semaglutide, so it's GLP-1. We have talking here about KIT. We're talking here about KIT. We're talking about KIT. I mean, KIT was announced half year earlier, roughly. Yeah, so it's reasonable that it has still an advantage because just of the time perspective. But there's a lot of KIT. Yeah, for sure, a lot of KIT. Yeah, and let's check out what is about the HERS products. And HERS, as I mentioned, has more weight because we're talking here about roughly 5,000 members of the group, and here it's a little bit stated better, so you can see it here always in the colored writing KIT 1. Motivation support, okay, I don't know what this means, but KIT, GLP-1 or GLP shot, KIT, GLP shot, question, okay, but KIT. So more KIT for sure. And I mean, the message is when you really just superficially check out Reddit, just as an example, even if it's not empiric one, that KITs are present and KITs getting utilized and KITs are cheaper than GLP-1, and even if everything gets shortage or whatsoever, or not shortage anymore, and HIMS and HERS is not allowed to provide Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk like GLP-1 doses, still they are compatible with cheap and still efficient kits, I guess. At least that's my opinion. I assume that many out there prefer maybe to just throw a pill than putting up a needle in the body. I can imagine that can be the case, even though it's not that efficient, but on the other hand, it's lower priced. However, guys, let's go back to the results. And let's go back to the comments. This is the case. GLP-1 has very minor effect. Worship Red is writing, this strong underlying trend continued as subscriber growth excluding contributions from our compounded GLP-1 solution increased 40% year over year. Okay, that's sick. That is sick. That GLP, I like it because honestly so Q2 2024 earnings call, the focus was so strong on GLP-1 by HIMS as well, actually. By the company itself, they set very strongly the focus on it, and I didn't like this too much and was very surprised, but it worked out well, I assume, because the price of the stock developed very well. But let's see, and this comment was from Yemi, so from the CFO, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Workshop Red, you are right. The effect is very minor, very likely. But let's go a little bit through it. I mean, free cash flow, subscribers, all of this. We already covered the KPIs, the big ones. And I mean, it's always very interesting to read it in detail, but there is no doubt that the numbers are in shape, in good shape. Yeah. What we can see here as well, the development of the bar. You can see it on the first glance actually when you take a focus on it. Green to blue, the ratio. Yeah, very small here, just visually, and it grows like when you see if it's glasses of water which get filled up with more and more personalized juice. Yeah. So, and you can see it here right now, 50-50, definitely something. I mean, advanced capabilities, bringing personalized care. They have their pharmacies, they're acquiring and getting more and more. We talk here, they addressing as well those form factors. So not only pills, but as well gums, or the same like for hair medicaments as well, gums, not just some shampoo-like stuff, tincture or whatsoever, what you massage in your hair. So as well, there is some potential left, and now they have capabilities and manufacturing power to do it by themselves, and as well, they're still working with external suppliers. So that's existing as well. Okay, we have some examples of customers. That's great. You can check it out by yourself. New opportunities. Electrical medical record system. Never heard about it. Which is the wait, I make it a little bit larger for you guys so you can read with me. Which is the central brain that powers the connection between the providers and consumers. Since inception, we have built and enveloped an EMR that consumes and leverages structured data. This structured data provides several benefits to our providers: reduction of administrative burdens, safety guards, improved efficiency. Yeah, and that's, guys, that's the case. You know, I mean, a regular pharmacy is comparatively dumb, let's say like this. I mean, of course, the pharmacist itself, if he has direct contact with customers, knows the customers well in best case, yeah. But I mean, on the other hand, they are not analyzing the big chunk of data and compare it, for instance, yeah. But HIMS and HERS has access to so much data, can use AI, can personalize these products, can listen to the market, can see how people go through the approval process, if they are approved for getting ED products, for getting weight loss, for getting skincare products, whatsoever. All of this can get utilized. I mean, that's really medical systems 2.0 in certain ways. Yeah, man. You have this MedMatch, of course. Yeah, and we see it here already, the keyword AI. I mean, MedMatch is not new to the community, for those of you who are not new to it. But I mean, they want to work with AI on the treatments, which are more personalized. I think they started with mental health and did some pilot stage or whatsoever. Not sure what's the outcome. Very likely, if you read it, you will see what it is. Clever routing. So much is going on. It's crazy for a comparatively small company. It's honestly crazy. And I told you after the last earnings call, in the earnings roundup session, that guys, for me, I mean, I have other nice companies like Alpha, like SentinelOne, Stoneco, Nu, and Grab. Yeah, and all of them are, of course, back the earnings. But in the end, for me, by far, #1 ranked stock and company I'm invested in is HIMS and HERS. And I mean, this earnings results prove why that's the case. And even though I already was invested before this earnings call with $50,000 and I think last earnings call with $40,000 something like this, I invested $4,000 more, which comparatively to the before $40,000, $45,000 is not a lot, just 10%. And for most stocks I wouldn't do this, but if you have the best racehorse, you know, I don't want to cut the roses. I want to give them more water and make sure they don't dry out. And yeah, man. And I mean, this kind of results, they prove me right. Yeah, that's amazing. Scaling. Okay. We have this MedMatch personalized treatments. Who knows what all of this will come. Actually, when we see a customer service, I read some stuff, I'd read it in the past days. Not all of this is positive, but guys, all of you who somehow in the business perspective touched after sales processes, they know that customers most of the time not calling because they say, yes, it's so nice. They call if they want to blame someone and complain about some aspect. So honestly, guys, that's not surprising. high quality, low income areas. Yeah, and I like it. I mean, look, business, honestly guys, I would even invest in a business which maybe is not that value adding for residentials, inhabitants, so people living in countries, yeah, for the community. But you can see it here. I mean, they really bring value to the community. It's a win-win-win. Yeah, it's a win-win-win. And maybe it's not that beneficial for legacy public pharmacies, retail pharmacies, for wholesalers and manufacturers like Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly. So HIMS nurse is truly disrupting. That comes in hand with it. But that's okay. That's okay. And that's the reason why we believe and we trust this company and we follow it. Do we wait strategy? Okay, we need to go a little bit further. Okay, general availability. Okay, I guess, weight loss. Okay, I think I don't want to read it now alone, but I recommend for all of those of you who came across HIMS and Hers and invested in it or criticize HIMS and Hers because just of weight loss and GLP-1 section. I guess this part of the shareholder letter is about, so page 13 is about what is really the effect on it. You can see form factor, personalization, generically, availability, GLP-1. We are excited to bring access to liraglutide to our customers in 2025. You can see that's already a new product launch. I mean, not category. They already announced it in the last earnings call. I mean, liraglutide is not covered by patent in 2025, as if I remember correctly, if I'm not mistaken. The downside is, I mean, it's already provided by Novo Nordisk, and I think the downside of this major ingredient for weight loss product is that it's not that efficient, like tirzepatide and semaglutide, if I pronounce it correctly. So the stuff of Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk, their primary products. And you need to inject it every day. But let's see how they can make it happen. Maybe they put it, already mentioned it here, form factor. Maybe they put it in gums and you can chew it once in the day and it's working out or something like this. Maybe not, we will see. But let's see what this company can do. I mean, maybe slowly they transform in an AI company, not in just this digital doctor and pharmacy like I always introduce them and a little bit where wholesaler or whatsoever. They really develop in this AI customer big brain data pool, trusted, reputed company and brand, not only in the US but as well in other countries, and with products and facilities. And sooner or later maybe they really start to manufacture their own products, not just some blends. And of course I can't judge about if these blends out of two product types is that good or that bad, but let's see maybe how, I mean, they're crafting more and more money, they're getting more and more successful what they are doing, yeah, and achieving cash flow, positive cash flow, and they will utilize it for sure without any doubt. And if they can stick to this path, there's definitely there's so much potential, so much fantasy in it. Hi David Halsall, very nice to have you in, colleague. Very nice, man, very nice. I should check how many are watching at the moment. I only see the comment section through my recording and streaming software, but it's good for me. I don't like to see how many are active. That makes me sometimes nervous. Already one person is enough to make me nervous, I can tell. They can access on our platform. Okay. And you can see they use the average Joes, let's say like this, like Harris, not like this models which look like no person out there would exist in real life, you know, like some AI models or whatsoever. They regular person, Robin, 37, very sympathetic human being from my perspective, and woman. Yeah, so they show it very relaxed. Okay. Yeah, I'm totally with you. David. That's the case. And as I mentioned already, even if it's not a GLP-1 even if it's not the GLP-1, the liraglutide, then the kits are existing, and the kits are, I think, something like 70, 80 US dollars, and maybe there's even some room for improvement in getting more competitive in terms of pricing while achieving larger margins. So let's see. Andrew Dudham's signature, and I think, okay, it's going on. We should stick to it a little bit more. Okay, KPIs recovered. Margin profile getting lower and lower. One more time, guys. They're putting more money into marketing. They're getting more aggressive in promoting their goods. They have a more wide scope of products, and so this is more, this product portfolio is more thirsty for more marketing expenditure. Yeah, so, but I like it because they could start to just basically harvest all what they have seeded in the past. But I like that they keep on pushing the gas pedal and investing aggressively in all directions, in all capabilities, and making really sure they're getting more and more competitive. Let's see if we see some slide about their market share, or if it's just included into the annual documentation. GAAP operating expenses, we can see it here, G&A. Yeah, okay, yield on annual base doesn't look bad, whatever. That's okay. This is, I think, till now, even though for me it's not the most important, honestly, guys, but this is really the chart, the illustration, which from my perspective looks the sickest. Looks simply the sickest. What is going on here? That is what many companies out there and many alpha managers want to be and want to achieve. Crazy, just sick. And even if I don't think it's the case, but even if it's based on GLP-1, still it would be an amazing strategical move, because the subscribers will not leave from now to tomorrow, and the brand reputation and recognition is increasing and benefiting out of this, and so definitely some positive stuff. Adjusted EBITDA, checked it already. Cash flow, balance sheet looks healthy. Yeah, looks healthy. I mean, they're investing heavy, but still the cash balance is increasing. Conference call, key business metrics, forward-looking statements. I think we are through. Then we have the balance sheet, so that's good. Let us check one more time. The aftermarket for me looks like a steal, honestly, when we compare those numbers. Yes, of course, something was priced in, but I assume not something like this. Revenue-wise, maybe even more. Who knows? But I'm with a 5% beat. I'm very happy. But this beat here, what is this? Sick. Nothing else. Let me check quickly the comment section, guys. Alexandre Giuliani, allora, mentioned careful on the net income. 60.8 million is coming from tax benefits, so overall net income is around 60 million, which represents 0.069 net income per share, which is far from the 0.1 expected, but free cash flow up x4. Yeah, okay, guys, good that you are there. Good that you are there. And as I always mentioned, I'm more like, I like businesses. I like the colorful business. I always try to step into the customer perspective, and I'm sometimes lagging a little bit with my number skills. And Alexandre Giuliani is setting really a good focus in this regard about the net income. I mean, I just talked about it a moment ago, and he told without tax it would not even 0.1. But guys, of course, we need to consider still that they knew that it will be, that this kind of tax effect is existing. I remember that last earnings call, the management stated this one-time effect will take place and will benefit and have a positive impact on the outcome of this bottom line growth. But however, let's say it's still positive. But he's right. and I keep it green, no doubt about it. Maybe I need to put a little bit more into the back, but still I keep it green. David is mentioning the volatility is killing me. Been selling at 22, 23 and 24 US dollars and regret every sell. Can't handle this GLP-1 crap doing my head in. I'm down my last 400 shares. Feel like a traitor now. Whoever has held. Yeah, David, I think many of people out there can relate to what you're saying, that timing is different, and timing is you know what I want to say, yeah? So for me, I accepted it that I can't time it. I mean, I guess many out there experience very positive because it has a certain rhythm that it always reaches a certain level, then it's getting sold, and you just need to jump on the train when it's going up, jump on the train when it's going down. I mean, it's not that simple at the end, but it's, from my perspective, from outside looking, a little bit more clear, and it has a certain a structure than some other companies, yeah, like a rhythm or something like this, or pattern I think is the right wording. But however, I'm for sure not a trader, not a day trader or whatsoever. And I can't time anything. The past had showed and proved this very strongly, so I stick as well to my 2,000 shares. And even if I will have only 200 or 20 shares or only 2, I would be happy actually. I would be very happy about them. David mentioned, well done, keep holding people, this company is amazing. I will FOMO back in with 1,000 shares. And Lone Mover Man is stating and confirming what is David telling. Yeah, it has been a roller coaster. Someone smarter than me surely made some more money selling high and buying low again. Yeah, there's always someone who's stronger, more brilliant or whatsoever in life, but that's not the target. I think at the end you need to be satisfied. You need to stick to your own schedule, and if you can handle the pressure and day trade or whatsoever, go for it. If not, then better leave the battlefield, let's say it like this. But look, it's slowly but constantly going up. Yeah, and as I mentioned, I would more bet, or I see it more likely, the chances higher that tomorrow we will see a double-digit growth, something like in the low 10th, maybe in the high 10th. Would not be surprised. Even if it's a one-time effect, everything looks very, very positive. But let's say I just doing a bet without any, just entertainment-wise, guys. But I want to see something between 10 and 12% up tomorrow. That's my target. Let's see it. Let's see. But just a gamble, and if it's not the case, it's not the case. As I mentioned, for me, I'm not a day trader. I invest in the company and not in the stock. Let's say it like this, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Reddit stories, you mentioned it, and Alexandro Giuliani mentioned it already as well, because of a tax benefit. And yes, that's right. I mean, this crazy bar, what I've showed a moment ago. Let's go back. What I told you, which is the illustration of the day. The chart of the day. I need to definitely make it clear that if really tax has this big impact on it, then we need to be a little bit relaxed in this regard, but still everything is positive and more or less flawlessly executed from my perspective, and all the other information that they provide is amazing, and that they do it, I love it. I really had bad experience with other companies in the past that management started or even never stopped or never started to share detailed information, and as soon as this happens, it's always an awkward feeling as an investor, and rating agencies, financial houses and private investors, they starting to create doubts and concerns, and HIMS Nurse is doing exactly the opposite. They provide for a quarter result a 35 pages shareholder letter with different kind of details and information, and they really try to achieve, to reach the sweet spots of us investors, and that is what we need to appreciate. However, let's go back. Jeroen is... Hi, Jeroen! I just mentioned about my pain, and the pain is Pyrian, and I know you had the same Pyrian experience, I guess, and still holding on, I think. You mentioned still holding my 2,500 shares, but it is hard, this volatility, but good to read that I am not the only one. No. Jeroen, we go through hell and heaven together with the other ones here, hopefully Red Stories, Lone Mover Man, David Halsell, Alexandre Giuliani, and of course Workshop Red is invested in well, and maybe all the other ones who are a little bit more silent in the stream, but appreciate that you joined as well. And guys, I mean, let's check out maybe last step for today. We see the price 7.5%, something like this. Last step for today. I want together with you check out the first feedback based on Seeking Alpha. And we have here the earnings results and here the comments. I hope you can see it. Let's check out what the people are stating. Solid. Tobias Broker says solid. Okay. That's okay. Naturna 9066. Basically has all the stuff summed up. The score is growth. Oh yeah, okay. But however, 9 people liking it, so at least there is a certain lobby which is providing tailwind. Mohawk is stating 44% subscribers since last year. Amazing, solid green numbers. I'm happy I loaded up some shares today. Nice to see. Good move, I think, for him. Good for him. Then we have here Yield Hunter 196. On the last earnings report in February, HIMS reported 246 million in sales, 465 million outlook for next quarter. Looks like a raised guidance to me, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're right, Yield Hunter. If you by accident joined this stream, you're right. It's very strongly raised up. Estimate was, and it actually, wait, we can check it out. Outlook. Here it is. We're talking about, yeah, you've seen it. Okay, but let's go back. Estimate was EPS, and they earn big beat raise. Yeah, look, he is thinking the same direction like I did. So no, we know it is primarily resulting out of tax reasons, but still strong one. Unreal, yeah, so looks quite as well bullish. This Kyle 28 guy beach trader. Press release smartly doesn't mention GLP-1. In fact, talks about subscriber growth x GLP-1. Even the 35-page shareholder letter on their website only talks about it starting on page 16, and even in the proper measured tones about possibilities. Seems like some adults in the room told them to focus on the core business. And guys, now we have the point in time. I prepared something. I already wanted to talk about it in advance before the earnings are live. But look, this doubt history, I have just verbally, I flew today with my car through Germany, as I mentioned, and I did some notes. I of course recorded it. I didn't do it with my fingers and typed it in. But doubt history, look, I mean, as long as I'm invested in, and as long as I'm guiding this or backing this company, yeah? And first, it was like the prescription process is dangerous, the doctors are paid, the pharmacists are paid, whatsoever, everything dangerous, yeah? Then they stated it was HIMS is a one-hit wonder, yeah? Like one-hit wonder ED. Then hair loss was existing as well, but still one-hit wonder, cheap Viagra, nothing else, yeah? Then they mentioned, the doubters out there, there is no marketing flywheel. There is no chance for profitability. Everything, each dollar they invest per marketing gives you only 0 point something US dollars in revenue. It's not working out well. Then they stated GLP-1 only. Yeah, it's again one-hit wonder. All the focus in the past weeks and months was on GLP-1. It's the truth. Everyone who's involved, everyone is invested and is backing it, the company checking out the YouTube content and seeking alpha and all of this. So much GLP-1, positive as well as negative. I'm full of this, really. Then, in between something, Andrew Dudum get a lot of hate because of his Twitter posts in terms of Israel, Palestine. I don't want to judge about this, but as well, a lot of focus somehow out of nowhere on this, and people say that HIMS and HERS will completely drive against the wall and get destroyed. Yeah, they are done. And then constantly other comments on doubts and risks existed, like competition, for instance, from Amazon pharmacies, yeah, then national bans, yeah. I mean, the country can be happy that they have companies like them who supporting the infrastructure in some areas, especially where it's basically not existing. You wait hours and hours to see a doctor or something like this, yeah. Or with their generic and compounder solutions for weight loss, where people can purchase the products which not are financially stable enough regularly to pay $1,000 per month doses, for instance. So why ban them? Okay, it can happen. There's always a black swan event. It can always happen, no doubt about it, yeah. But always was a risk. And then of course, this doubt, like, there's no moat. And I think always, I mean, I know there are some moat investors out there, and I understand this word moat. I understand it, yeah. I mean, I like moat as well, guys. Don't get me wrong, yeah. And I mean, there are people out there like Warren Buffett, and I'm not a Warren Buffett expert, so if I'm mistaken, guys, please don't blame me. But they're making a lot of profit out of it. But guys, one more time, what is the moat of Coca-Cola? Is it because it tastes better than every other Coke out there? Coca-Cola, every other drink like cola out there? I mean, in Germany there are tests where blind people try Coca-Cola, and they don't even recognize Coca-Cola most of the time, yeah? They don't even recognize or don't even can state what is the best one. And most of the time it's not Coca-Cola, in Germany at least, yeah? And then is it the brand? Is brand a moat? If brand is a moat, then HIMS and HERS has kind of a moat. We need to accept this. Even the people who criticize HIMS and HERS need to accept it. They're creating a huge, strong, positive brand reputation and recognition, which is related to one more time, no financial advice, consultation or something like this. But there will always be some kind of a beach trader who's adding doubts and new doubts and new doubts, and something like whatever, how high the chances are that now that's the reason why it's successful or not a business or whatsoever. The truth is they're executing very, very well, HIMS and HERS. They're achieving good numbers. They have lost more and more loyal customer base, more and more loyal investment base. Yeah, that's the reality. Nothing else. Nothing else. Triple B, happy. The $30 stock, at least for me, even more. I mean, yeah, that's my portfolio at end of last October, but that was the valuation for last October, and you can see here HIMS and HERS in the middle area. And for me, but of course my valuation sheet is setting, let's say it like this, it's focusing very strongly revenue growth, and if the revenue growth is strong, then it has a strong impact on the fair price of, for me, the fair price comparator, so my KPI, my own KPI, to compare it to other companies. And however, even though if it would not have this strong focus, it would still be by far the best fair priced company, at least when we talk about the stocks I'm a shareholder of, and at least out of my perspective, that's the reason why it's ranked on number one. Yeah, beach trader. Everyone wants to be a beach trader. Look, I'm obviously not a beach trader. But on the other hand, look guys, my life is not that bad. Even though I'm currently not trading from the beach, and I'm not even trading, I'm investing in companies. What time's the call you covering? I guess the call is already live. I assume. Let's check out quickly. Together, HIMS and HERS. Let's go back. Webcast. Shit. But I will not cover it. I always do this in my silent corner. I think it will already be live. Wait, let me check what is stated here when the results. But I guess the call must be already live, honestly. Maybe someone out of the chat, out of the community knows it. A conference call, here we are. Conference call 5 p.m. ET, yeah, so it's live since 9 minutes. So guys, I think we are done. We are done for today. Sorry for my more emotional speech. Sometimes it is how it is. Guys, if you enjoyed the session, feel free to like this video, to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you not have done it yet. And of course you can follow me as well on X and on Instagram, A Sense of Capital. My name is there the same like here at YouTube. And one more time, guys, no financial consultation or advice, no correctness or guarantee for correctness of the provided data. I would love that you join further future calls. You can see here in the earnings date column that on Thursday, if I'm correctly, Thursday, is it Thursday? Yeah. Oh no. On Wednesday I will back Alphen, and then next week we go to the exotic weeks, how I call them each quarter. We start with Grab, Southeast Asia, go on with Stone Cold, Brazil, and New Latin America, and then we will finalize the earnings, my earnings season at the beginning of December with Central One Cybersecurity. A lot of potential over there. I'm loving it already now to spend time with you guys. And yeah, Lone Woman Ram, looking forward as well. Hopefully you will join. And guys, I think it's time that you switch over to the earnings live stream by Andrew Dudum and Yemi, his CFO, and the management board of HIMS and HERS. Very likely, very interesting. I will go now for some food, some dinner, whatsoever, because I'm quite hungry. It was a long day, as I mentioned, and I will be back on Wednesday, as I mentioned, for the next earnings stream. Make sure you don't miss it. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate all of you. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. And see you next time. All the best. Bye.
A sense of capital.